Welcome back. A great pit lies in the shadow of the statue of Woedica. No light from the surface reaches the bottom, but even so you catch flickers of ghostly glow in the depths. Winter buffets you, it is cold, but it raises goose flesh among your arms. The wind carries a whisper, slow and vibrant. In the pit, souls gather around you. They encase you in a cloud of essence that swirls around your body while you consider your next move. Jump into the pit. Let's go. You jump, trusting in the promise of the gods and the power of the souls to bear you safely down. A sudden drop takes your breath away, but the souls catch you, encasing you in a shining, thrumming aura. But while they slow your descent, you can still feel that you're falling faster than you should. The essence flying around you is strong but chaotic. You find yourself drifting toward the wall. Nearby counter drifts downward at a rapid pace, carried by another glowing stream. Why did I ever agree to this? Can I flails? Reach for your companion. You reach out and feel the hand strong enough and sure wrap around your forearm. It tugs you away from the wall. She toes gracefully. You manage to spread your arms and legs into an X, steadying your position at the rate of your ascent. The cord of the penance, millennium-old stone, safely under your feet. Yeah, we jumped down the pit and lived. Just got some scraped toes.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Woohoo! Alright.
Well, that went better than I expected.
That was bracing. Let's see what lies this way.
If there is time later, I would like to try that again without the souls.
Did anyone bring a ladder?
Oh!
What's
My thoughts
this?
will be as silent as my feet.
Aye? Lava beyond seek!
Bring them down. Bring them down.
Okay. Whew.
As you wish.
The pillar tugs at your essence, a pulse from the world itself moves through you. Ooh.
A blade in the dark.
cannot believe.
He resists it. So this animate can go first then. Good amount of damage. Kill this one.
That's not very helpful.
Let's try that again.
So much.
Kill it!
So much.
That's not very helpful.
Ancient address still bears the impression of the 1,000 souls broken upon it. The souls burns with remembering of
As you
suffering.
wish.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half. It gets so quiet.
Oh! What is your specialty? Do you get the Morning Star? Morning Star! Is this better? It is.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Bring them down.
Okay.
As you wish.
Not a sound.
Copy traps, copy traps. You're the next one we face.
Yes?
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Yes?
Whoops.
Still alive.
Whoop. Um.
Oh, we don't.
How may I help?
No prisoners! Yes?
Flamed, which is good. These guys are tanks. There you go.
This one
Speed up. Jesus.
Let's see what lies this way. I'll give it a try, at least. As requested.
Okay. Okay, central room. A column of agile rises above you, stoic and silent, rigid layers of measuring stick. Flame seems to need your strength. Glow seems to fade as the... Ooh! Ho. My ideal ship here is somewhat different. Do you know a slight stooped carriage traps?
You've come back. I had thought to have set you on the right path ages ago. Or did I merely fail a second time? You are so different now from who you were then. Yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
I go where fate takes
So
me.
the universe wills it then. As likely a reason as any. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice. After all this time, he would still stand against the tide. I will tell you what I remember.
About the life of my soul can't let go if I need to know what it is. I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life of you of the Inquisition of
I can
Theos.
see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
I look at Pity, her eyes shift back and forth between each yours, as if looking for something that could help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
Huh. I dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
There's a theory puts my boldness to shame. But we ourselves have seen the gods' influence.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people. They were conceived by Engwyth, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwythans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators. Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith. The Anguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Later on, after I left the Order, she found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. That's why they
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine. You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself as you once did. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
And in silence, your eyes thought of linger on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things
What
unseen.
if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion. If all our common threads are spun from a lie, what's left to bind us together?
You have it wrong. The best stories are often lies, but they teach us something all the same. Let aspirations and dreams bind us rather than fear. Already, we have built upon that thread and made a tapestry. Would you unravel it?
Threads spun from falsehoods tend to unravel on their own, my friend. For it is in our natures to seek truth. What if the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool of endless preoccupation? What if some things can never be recovered, and no greater good comes from their loss?
Their existence can be forgotten, but never denied. Even when their time has passed, they are no less valuable. Their suffering, no less beautiful.
The world marches forward without so much as a backward glance. Will you be able to do the same? What if no god had the authority to relieve our burdens or absolve our sins?
Well, then I guess we'd have to seek those things from people. And that's the hard part, isn't it? It's easy to close your eyes and pray to a god. Harder to open them and look into the face of someone you've hurt. Or someone who's hurt you. I spent a long time looking for a miraculous solution. But you can't undo the past any more than you can unspill a glass of wine. All you can do is move forward and try for better.
Many are the names of those who have died in despair, waiting for the help of the gods.
And what if we can be assured of nothing? The only barriers are things we create ourselves. We need to best build our own strength so we can bear it. Then only when we cease to exist as beings can peace be found. Then it's questions that have always been posed more valuable than the answers.
Yet strength is not given, but earned, and always in proportion to its cost. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it? If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember? Woodica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his good. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
It wasn't because after everything you've learned you still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Did my opinion matter so much to you?
We knew little of each other before you arrived at my camp. You might have been anybody. Which is why your choice meant everything. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who? I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on what, even knowing what you've told me. Some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made? You have always had my forgiveness, no matter your reason. There are circumstances behind that reason we all share. Knowing that, it is difficult to hold spite in one's heart. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Again, it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about. There is one man who can tell you now who knows it is certain, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself. Make your own judgments better for your soul that way.
In a matter of speaking, this is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then. Better to be on no side at all. Woodica may be the most dangerous of the gods, but make no mistake. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end. Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty. Even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
I don't speak no language but the wordless expressions. The spirit is through my connection to you that I'm able to draw upon your words and form them as my own.
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then. He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. You will not find a more resolute being on all of Aeora.
There's nothing you could
There
make,
is no
nor spell.
offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him. Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
Assuming this is if you repent, you could join with them, help me strike the final blow. Then I'll waste no more time for...
Your soul deserves an end to its suffering. I'm sorry I wasn't able to grant it myself. May it come to you swiftly, if ever we should meet again, in this life or any other. I hope to find you at peace.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Ooh. Okay, once things load, I'm going to pause, and we're going to end the episode. And we'll continue on. I should have ended it at the top of the stairs before moving down into it. But I got to hit pause. Gotta end the episode, because if this is the final episode, we're doing the main storyline and we'll end, and I might do the side quests on my own time. Search for Theos, okay. So, this is the end of this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, subscribe button's more than, pre-endgame, okay? Yeah, okay, so, We're in the end game. Interesting. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.